Hi there. I'm doing a slightly different setup because I'm using a new lens. And this tripod is very high up. I'm looking up at you like you're my hero. Hey there. So today's video, told you guys I would do it. Today's video is what I got for Christmas. Yes, that's right. January 2020, and I'm finally telling you what I got for Christmas. So I have all this stuff around me, and we're just gonna get right into it. Actually, I do want to say, I feel like YouTubers say this when they post these types of videos, so maybe I should say it as like a little disclaimer. This is not me bragging in any way. This is just me sharing what I got for Christmas. Super appreciative of every single thing that I got. I am super appreciative that my family is so generous with me. This is not me bragging in any way. It's just I like watching these videos and seeing what other people got and be like, oh, that's cool. Don't aspire to anybody else's reality. Maybe? Is that? I don't know. So that's out of the way. This is just me sharing what I got. Like, man, you know, I'm just excited about what I got. So the first thing that I'm gonna show you guys, it is a blanket. This I got from my parents, and it's this really huge, there's no way I could show you the size of this blanket in this shot, and I'm not gonna move to a different shot, so but yeah, it's just this really huge comfy blanket. My mom and dad got it for me, but they got my sister to make it for them. So she crocheted the edges and stuff, and they used my colors. Oh, I love the colors yellow, black, and gray together, and white too. But yeah, they're just like, it's like one of my favorite color palettes. Yellow, black, gray, and white. Because yellow is my favorite color, and this color palette, I love it. It just looks so good together. Which is probably, I think my mom says 2.5 or 3 yards. Because I like blankets to go like from here all the way to past my feet. I like to be able to tuck my feet on, like tuck them under my feet. So I like really long blankets, even though I'm not such a tall person. This is the first thing that I had to get out of the way because it didn't fit in my bag. But I love it. I've used it a little bit already. As you can tell, it's all like crumpled up. But I was watching my grandmother's dogs, and yeah, there's just been a lot of dogs over, and everything in our house eventually ends up smelling like dogs because we have dogs over all the time. And my mom is on like a constant battle of counteracting the dog smell by just like washing blankets constantly. Which I feel for her about. But anyway, I don't want this to smell like dogs yet. It's mine. It should smell like me. Is that a dog mindset or what? I guess the next thing I will show you guys is this cup. Ooh, I showed you guys, I think, this already in the vlogs, but I'm finally using it because I got it for Christmas. And I finally opened it up yesterday, which was New Year's Eve, so well, technically this morning. For New Year's, I rang in the new year with this little flute. It's so sparkly, and right now it just has Coke Zero in it. Now we're gonna dig into my bag. I feel like Santa, just like going into a bag of gifts to pull something out. First thing I pulled out is this. It is a USB hub. This is one of the things that was on my list, and I am super excited about it. It's already plugged into my computer because I needed it. Like, I am using an iMac. They put all of the connections for the iMac on the back of it so that it looks sleek, but that's not very practical. I have to reach behind it every time to plug something in, and it's just ridiculous, to be honest. I was also kind of running out of plugs. It's a 4-plug USB thing, but it takes a plug, so I have 3 more plugs, which is nice, and I can actually reach them easily, which is better. So yeah, super excited about that. Already using it. Another thing I'm super excited about and already using, this. lately, I'm sure you guys have noticed if you watch any of the vlogs, my skin has been so dry. And so I'd heard about this hydrating facial cleanser and I heard that it was good, especially for dry skin, but that it was odd because it doesn't foam, and that is true. It doesn't foam up. It's kind of creepy, but it seems to be working really well. My skin feels a lot less dry. This is what I asked for and I'm so happy I got it. I've already started using it. I was trying to put off using it until I filmed this video, and then finally I was like, I need to use it. I'm liking it so far. I don't really know what else to say. To go with that, I got this CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion, which was also on my list. Super excited. Here it is out of the box because I've already used it. This is the AM1, which is, it has sunscreen in it. I knew I had some of the nighttime one. I remembered that I had seen it somewhere, but I couldn't remember where it was. And all through December I was looking for it because I was like, oh, my skin's so dry, I need something. And I couldn't find it. And then today, of course, I found it. After I have this. And I not only have this, I also have this. This is, I think this is a lotion that's like for all over your body. It's not just a facial one, but I've been using it on my face at night. I didn't want to waste this at night when I don't need it. I'm sleeping, I don't need sunscreen. My mom got this for me, and my sister got me the other things. And when she realized that my sister got me the lotion, she's like, oh, it's okay, I'll get you something else. And I told her, I was like, no, I'll still use this. I'll use this at night. And then I'll use this during the day. It's so funny because these are the things that I've used, right? This, and then also the USB hub and my blanket. Those are the things from Christmas that I've like actively used since Christmas, like already. Daily. It's so funny because on like Twitter people were being like really ungrateful for their Christmas gifts and stuff, and being like, this isn't what I asked for, this isn't what I wanted for Christmas. I wanted this, you know, I wanted like AirPods, I wanted an iPhone, I wanted a blah blah blah, and they got other stuff. Granted, this is all stuff that I asked for, so I mean, I'm super lucky they got me that. But it's so funny because as a kid, this is the stuff like this, and like a blanket or like clothes, even for me personally, because I'm not like a huge clothes person, but like this is the kind of stuff that like as a kid I would have been like, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. But then been like, why did they get me that? I didn't want that. I wanted an iPod, I wanted this toy, I wanted this other thing, you know. And it's like, that's the thing that you're like looking forward to on Christmas, and you're like, I can't wait to get that, whatever that like new hip thing is, you know. That's not the exciting things about Christmas, and yet these are the things that I've already used. I don't know if it's just because I'm an adult now, and so like I need to wash my face and moisturize my face and I want to cuddle up in a blanket, or if it's just that like you know, I asked for more practical things this year. So it's funny that people are like being ungrateful. They're like, oh, I got toothpaste for Christmas. My aunt gave me toothpaste last Christmas, and I was so excited because I was running out of toothpaste and I needed more toothpaste. You know, I think your perspective just changes as you get older. I was gonna say mature, but like I don't necessarily think I'm like the most mature person in the world. So I just think that like as your outlook on life changes, as you know, you really like, these are the things that I needed and I'm so happy I got them. So I'm gonna leave those out because I need to put them back where they came from. The next thing I got is another kind of weird-ish practical thing, and it is, yes, it is a power adapter. This is for, I have a light here. I have two of them. So this light is battery operated. It's real bright. It can add like a lot of light to a scene. This is not even full power. So yeah, it can add like a lot of light. And so I have two lights in my room already. This would be nice for like a little hair light there or so, right? That would look good. Probably from this side. Oh yeah, that would look good. Look at that. Look at that. That would look nice. Anyway, So this light is like a nice portable light. It's a pretty inexpensive light, but it's nice because it is battery operated. But it also, this is like a big giant light slash camera battery, and they take forever to charge, but they're nice, they're big, they last a long time when you're using them. But it's nice because this also takes AA batteries if you don't have these. This is really good for on the go filmmaking, which is originally what I got these for, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be filmmaking. But it's nice because it also has a power adapter. So a lot of the lights like these are battery operated, and that's it. Like you can't power it through a power adapter. So this was really cool because I found one that also you could put a power adapter into, but it didn't come with a power adapter. I have my other lights that I use in my room. You can plug them in or you can use battery on those. But they came with the power adapter for it because it's like a specific like proprietary power adapter. But this one didn't, and so I literally just like handed it over to my dad, told him about it, and I was just like, this is something that I want for Christmas. I want a power adapter for this light. If I'm using it just in my room, I don't necessarily want to charge up these batteries, drain these batteries, charge them, drain them, charge them, drain them, charge them, drain them like all the time, because that'll just waste the batteries. He got me a power adapter for it, and it's actually kind of cool because it has different adapters, so like I could use it for other things too, which is super cool. Super excited about that. Next thing I got from my parents is this cute bag. It's so pretty, right? I think I'm losing my voice. I've talked a lot today. But yeah, it just has like a little bag of Estee Lauder makeup. So there's like a little lip gloss in here, there's a little perfume, there's a little mascara, there's another perfume sample. This is a different one than the other one. It has a body lotion, and then it has a little eyeshadow palette, which is always what I'm most excited about with these things. My mom tends to get these for me every year because I really like makeup, as you can tell by my beautiful makeup I have on today and in all my videos. I can't bring it closer because it'll be out of focus. It's a nice little neutral moment, and it has a little heart on the outside. I love getting these little Estee Lauder things, so I like trying out makeup and just like playing and stuff, and I can't afford Estee Lauder all that often, so it's nice that she gets it for me. My sister gave this to me. It is Winter Candy Apple. I really like apple scented things. She had like a few of them for all of us to choose from and stuff, and so this was the one that I chose. And then she also gave me this. It was super, okay, I know it's just, it looks like it's just a maze puzzle thing with like a ball that goes through and stuff, but what's cool, let me see if I can do this quickly. Okay, I have it in place. So the ball is now here, and there's this little spring thing here that I pull up, let the ball go down, and then you push this down. I'm going to turn it this way. You push this down and it pops this open, and there was a gift card in here. Isn't that so cool? So you had to solve the puzzle, the maze, to get the gift card. It was an Amazon gift card, which I'm super excited about because I need a new tripod. I need like a desk tripod for this, because this one, I don't know, maybe there's a few things that I want filming wise. I want to get some there's some accessories for my DJI Osmo Pocket that I want to get possibly, and then like I said, a desk tripod that I might want to get. So yeah, and then I got a stocking. I got some like candy, some mints, some crackers. I got some lip balm, a lip gloss, some granola, a pen. I love pens. It's so funny because my parents couldn't figure out this pen earlier today. They were messing with it and they couldn't get it to click up again once you click it down. And it's because you click this here. These are like becoming more popular nowadays, but yeah, they hadn't ever seen a pen like that. So oh, I have another one. Are they colored? I love colored pens. They're colored. That was a purple one and this is a pink one. I'm so excited. Okay, tell you guys something. I sort of collect pens. Yeah, I'm like kind of obsessed with pens, so I try not to anymore. Like I try not to buy any more pens because I just have so many because I love colored pens, and so every time I see some colored pens I'm like I have to buy them. And especially now that I'm not in school anymore, I don't have a reason to go through them so much, so like yeah. Anyway, I also got this flashlight. It's supposed to fit in your purse. So that's cool. It's also magnetic, so I could stick it on something. I also got an Apple gift card, like an iTunes gift card. A little nail polish. Oh, I got this Pez dispenser. It has the 5 golden rings on it, and you get a little Pez. Get a little Pez. Got some tissues. All very exciting. And the next thing I got for Christmas, got this from my cousin. It's the Lover Deluxe edition, the first one. I already listened to the album, I've streamed it, but I've owned almost all of Taylor Swift's previous albums, so I kind of wanted to own this one. But I also really wanted to take a look at it because in this year for her deluxe album, she did almost like versions of her journal. She took like little snippets from her journals growing up and included them. So it's pretty cool. I've already taken a look at some of the pages. The latest she goes is 24. Oh, I read this one, so it's kind of sad to be honest. But yeah, it's the last one she includes here, and it's from January 25th, 2014. It says, "It's the middle of the night and I was at the Clive Davis party tonight, which means the Grammys are tomorrow. Never have I felt so good about our chances. Never have I wanted something as badly as I want to have them say Red is the album of the year." And then she signs it with her name. And the reason it's kind of sad is because she didn't win that year. So it's just kind of interesting, you know, to get a look into some of her thoughts and stuff. Like this one says, "Criticism of my performances has been the biggest source of pain in my life. I sometimes feel like my college degree isn't acting like I'm okay when I'm not." I don't know why I laughed at that. That wasn't funny. Yeah, I just think it's interesting to like see some of this stuff. I mean, she also talks about like really, you know, cool stuff. Like this is from when she was 13 years old. It's her first day of school and she's so excited. But yeah, our family does like a swap every year, and so this was my cousin got me, and she got me this. I'm so excited. My sister got me these 2 movies. I love the first 2 How to Train Your Dragon movies, and so I was really excited to see this one, but then I never saw it in theater. I never saw it when it came out, and I just kept forgetting, and so asked for it and they got it for me. Always pulling through. And then this movie I also haven't seen, but I heard about it and it looked really good, and I figured the only way I'll probably see it is if I ask for it. So yeah, I'm excited to watch it. It looked really interesting. I have seen like some people say they were kind of disappointed by it, but in a way that makes me feel better, because sometimes I hype movies up in my mind and then once I see them I'm like, that wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be. So I'm actually kind of glad that I heard some people were disappointed by it, because it helps like ground my expectations. So I got that, and then the last thing I got, I have to show this very carefully. I saved this for last for a reason, because not necessarily because I was like most excited about this, but this was the thing that I was most surprised by, and that's not a bad thing. I almost cried opening this gift. I probably would have cried if we were here at like my house, but instead this year we went over to my sister's house, and her mother-in-law was there with her, and it just like made me a little bit more aware of like my surroundings and stuff. Her mother-in-law is super nice, and she was there because she doesn't get to see my niece very often. So I almost cried when I opened this, and but I stopped myself. I was like, no, save it for later. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys so that I'll stop building it up. But that's right. My mom got me Tati's palette. Oh my god, it makes me want to cry now. I say my mom and my dad together, but my dad has no idea. But it makes me want to cry because, oh god, I'm gonna cry. These are happy tears. I told my mom about this when it first came out, and I told her that I really liked it. Let me just show you guys while I get myself together. This, on the side it looks like a little book. Oh god. And then, whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. Here's the palette. Isn't it so beautiful? Oh my gosh. Did I touch it? I don't want to touch it yet. Okay, now I have to stop crying so I can tell you the story behind this palette. The story behind this palette. Oh god, I didn't touch it again. I'm so scared I'm gonna just like dig my finger into it before I get a chance to like swatch it and play with it. If you follow like YouTube's makeup journey at all, you will know, but if not, if you're unfamiliar, this palette came out the end of October. I think it was the end of October. I could have the timeline wrong, but so Shane Dawson is like a huge YouTuber on YouTube, obviously. And he came out with his conspiracy palette this year. He was doing his whole docu-series about him and Jeffrey like creating the palette, and he was releasing those just about one to two a week, and everyone was going crazy, and I was going crazy because like I've been watching Shane since I started watching YouTube. Like he was the first YouTuber that I ever watched. I remember like going on YouTube and searching his name. I didn't have a YouTube account for a lot of years when I was still watching YouTube, and I would just go on and search the people that I liked to watch, and because I didn't have an account to subscribe to them, and I would just go on and check their videos every couple of days and stuff. But I like distinctly remember his was the first time I was like, oh, this is like a thing that like people are doing, is posting videos on this site. And so I would go and like search Shane Dawson, like find his videos. This was before I created my channel, like years before I created my account, which is the one that I'm posting these videos on. So it was like right around the time when he, probably like 2007 or 2008. It was very early on. And he was doing his sketch comedy videos and stuff. And so I've been watching him forever. And I've never really bought any YouTube merch before, but like I've bought makeup. I bought a lot of makeup because of YouTube. So like because he was coming out with a palette, and because I'd be able to go to a store and like physically pick it up, I was like really wanting to buy it. Another thing about me is that like I got really into makeup for a long time. I have like a ton of makeup, but this past year I haven't really worn makeup like at all. I don't think, it's been a long time since I put on makeup, and that's just because I need to clean my room basically so that I can reach my makeup. And also because like I'm not like going out all the time or anything. Point is, I haven't really worn much makeup this year, but that also means that I haven't bought makeup, which is great. But I was willing to buy his makeup. So he was coming out with his series and I'd been watching it with my mom. But then Tati comes out of nowhere. It was right around the same time. She comes out and she's like, oh, I'm finally doing my makeup line. And like, I've been watching Tati for a few years too. My sister's the one who actually showed her to me. She announced this palette around the same time that the Conspiracy palette was being announced. And like I said, I haven't worn much makeup this year. And I told myself, like, realistically, you can only afford one of the two. And I knew that like Tati was gonna continue coming out with more makeup because that's what she was planning to do. And so I chose to buy the Conspiracy palette, but I still told my mom about this. I was like, look at this, isn't it so pretty? This is this YouTuber that I watch and she's coming out with a palette. And I already, like I said, I'd already told her about the Conspiracy palette, but the Conspiracy palette hadn't been revealed at that point. They didn't like reveal the Conspiracy palette until like a few days before it was for sale, which really pissed me off, to be honest. But then again, this wasn't revealed until like the day, basically the day that it was launched. And so once it was launched and you could see it, I showed my mom, because especially like a lot of the bottom stuff, like, okay, it's pretty, it's beautiful, but like I can get that elsewhere. But those glitters, look at those glitters. In fact, I'm gonna bring them closer so that they're out of focus and you can see how they shine. Look at them, look at how they shine. You can see the sparkle. Look at that. Oh my god, because when they're in focus you can't see it as well. I've been rambling for like 10 minutes. I need to snap this together. Okay, I feel like I have to hold the palette. So let's try and do this succinctly. This palette was revealed like a few days before the Conspiracy palette was revealed, and once I saw the glitters I was like, oh my gosh, I want that in my life so bad. But I'd already told myself, like, odds are, like, you have to wait to see what the Conspiracy palette is like really gonna look like, finished and complete and whatnot, but like odds are you're probably gonna get the Conspiracy palette. And so I waited and I saw the Conspiracy palette and I was like, there's some really cute colors in there and that I really want, and it's Shane Dawson and I wanted him and I've watched him for so long, and I just and I was just like, I have to get the Conspiracy palette. And so I did, and then my birthday was right around the same time, so my mom got me the mini controversy to go with it for my birthday, so I got that. But I still really wanted the Tati palette, and I was like so debating getting it, and I was keeping an eye on it like as it was selling and stuff, and she was giving updates. Well, it had sold out that first day, which was before the Conspiracy palette was released, but she had pre-orders still, and so she was still kind of keeping an update on pre-orders, and she's like, there's still pre-orders available, blah blah blah, you can still get it before Christmas. So still kind of keeping an eye on it. But this is part of what made me cry. I didn't ask for it for Christmas, and that's not because I didn't want it, because I did, because I really wanted those glitters. And not even just the glitters, also her sequin shades. This second row from the bottom, the sequin shade row, has some really interesting colors. Like, for instance, look at this one over here. I'm gonna try and flash it at you. Look at that. Did you see that blue shift there? There's blue glitters in it. There. You see that shift? There's little gold pieces in there, and this one has like purple. Yeah, it's like purple shifting there. And I was just so freaking excited. They just look so pretty. And so it's not that I didn't want it, because I did. But I felt like I didn't deserve to ask for it for Christmas, because of the fact that I haven't worn makeup in so long. And I bought like so for instance, I bought the Conspiracy palette and I bought some of the liquid lipsticks to go with it, and my mom got me the mini controversy. Well, I got sick like right after I bought it, so I didn't want to play in it and get all in it because I was sick and I didn't want to like contaminate it all, basically. And then I like have been busy since then, and so like I haven't even played with the Conspiracy palette, so I didn't feel like I deserved to ask for this for Christmas, because I was like, I haven't played with makeup. Like, I can't ask for makeup if I haven't played with it, and like I don't know, it doesn't make any sense now, because like obviously you can ask for anything you want for Christmas. You know, if you want it, then you want it and you can ask for it. It doesn't mean you're gonna get it, but you can ask for it. And so anyway, point is, I didn't put this on my list because I, for some weird reason, felt like I didn't deserve to get it because I wasn't playing with makeup, but I still really wanted it. Low-key, my heart dropped a little bit when I heard that her pre-orders were sold out, because I was like, oh, I really wanted to buy it. But then she did say that it was gonna be a permanent thing in her line. And at first, when she talked about it in one of her videos, it sounded like it wasn't, like it was gonna be like a limited edition product, and that was why like my heart dropped a little bit when I heard that she had sold out and that her pre-order sold out, because I was like, I'm never gonna get those glitters in my life. Anyway, I'm going on the rant again. Point is, my mom saw how much I was so excited about this palette, but that I didn't get it, and she was one of the pre-orders. And it's actually funny because just that day, like literally Christmas Day, as I was wrapping gifts before we went over to my sister's house, I mentioned how I hadn't asked for this palette because I felt like I didn't deserve it because I hadn't played with makeup. And she was like, oh, that's so weird. Yeah, you haven't really played with your makeup. And like, she played it off so well. I had no idea. That's why I saved this one for last, and that's why I almost cried opening up my Christmas presents. Maybe I'll use that as like a clickbait title. I cried opening up my Christmas presents. It's just, I love that she got it for me because she knew that I wanted it. I'm so excited to try this out though, and actually I think I'm gonna ask my sister if she wants to try it out in a video with me, because like I said, she's the one who told me about Tati, and so she doesn't really wear a lot of eye makeup, but she does like wearing glitter on her eyes, so maybe we'll see if she'll try this out with me. But yeah, so that's what I got for Christmas this year, and I'm so happy. Like I said, I love all of it, even the like practical stuff that me as a kid would not have liked. Like this, I've used this every day. Whereas the things that like as a kid I would have been like, oh my god, I'm so excited to get this. Like this movie, I am super excited to get this. Okay, but you see this? It's still in its packaging. I haven't opened it yet because I'll get around to it, and I'm super excited to have it so that I can finally watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. Basically, I'm just trying to say, you know, I'm super grateful for all my family being so generous with me. Not just that, but for, you know, we had a really good Christmas together this year. We had a nice little get together with like my bigger family, but then we also had like a little quiet Christmas evening with my immediate family, and it was nice. And you know, I'm just super appreciative of everyone and their generosity and their love. Is that like super cheesy? It feels super cheesy. Anyway, we're gonna end this video out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in seeing some of the vlogs from my vlogmas of Christmas, how I was feeling on Christmas was very different than how I was feeling Christmas Eve. I had a rough Christmas Eve, but if you'd like to check any of that out, you know, feel free to peruse my channel. And subscribe if you're interested in seeing more from me. Like this video, comment down below the thing that you were surprised by on Christmas Day, if you were. Like this, the thing that made you cry or almost cry. Did anything almost make you cry? Maybe it was just me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.